This is the end of all seeking, the end of all grasping, the end of all avoidance. Why is this the end of all grasping, seeking, and avoidance? Because none of them are actually occurring right here. There's no seeking. There's no grasping. There's no avoidance. If there appears to be seeking, it's directly linked to the illusion of time. You'll find that the illusion of time is only a mental construct, a fabrication of the mind, nothing more. So it's not actually occurring. So we can't seek because there's no time space in which to seek. We never have. We've never seen the future. We've never accurately imagined a future. These are mere reflections, mental arrangements of experiences, memories, thoughts, appearances, etc. Grasping. There's nothing to grasp. We may not want to see this because it really gives us not much to do. A lot of projects come to an end when we're not grasping. Projects of self-improvement, projects of discovery, they kind of come to an end. Because what are we grasping? Ideas. One mental fabrication is grasping for another mental fabrication. Both are made up. It's a story telling itself a story. A narrative making itself up as it goes. But none of it's really happening. And that's okay. There's a profound peace in realizing that none of that mental activity relates to anything real. None of the imagining of something better, something later, none of that imagining really does anything for us. It entangles attention in the mind, but it doesn't really cause anything to happen, and it doesn't really prevent anything from happening. It may just redirect attention away from what is happening. What is. Or the unconditioned experience. The experience that is unconditioned by the mind. Unborn. Unborn into false being. Unborn into a huge set of fabrications. Stories we tell ourselves. So in that unborn, which is right here, you'll find no grasping, clinging, pushing, pulling. You don't even have to look to confirm that it's not there. Just see, feel, taste the unconditioned, the unborn right now. This is very simple. It's kind of stupid simple. It's also effortless. Because even effort is an illusion. The effort of causing that future we want to make us feel better, which just reinforces the sense that we don't feel okay in the first place. All of that takes effort. But the effort itself is really just an effect of the reflections of all those thoughts. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that all of these thoughts, beliefs, narratives, desires, aversions, they're mapped to the body sensations. This takes some time to see, but it's kind of like magic when you see it, because then you don't have to engage any narrative directly. You don't have to dispel any illusion. You just recognize the nature of reflective thought as illusory in some sense. And your attention naturally moves to the sensations. And in the sensations, you find these little areas that feel like just a subtle bit of reactivity, a subtle bit of something that says, I need to react here. And the way we react is grasping onto a narrative, grasping onto a well-worn thought stream that feels comfortable in some way, even if it's uncomfortable, feels familiar. So that body map is just giving us these little hints to grab onto something familiar. But the closer we look, the more we realize we don't have to do that. There's nothing to grasp onto, and there's no need to grasp. We can just enjoy the pure exploration of the sense fields with no need to find anything specific, no need to fix anything, no need to heal anything, no need to unhook anything. It will just happen naturally. We'll stop feeling so compelled to believe the narratives and thoughts and dreams, desires and aversions. And we'll find that we actually have direct access to this sense field that's mapping all of that. We have access to it all the time. It's right here, right now. So feel it. Feel the entirety of it. You have the capacity. Everybody does. When you feel the entirety of this, you'll notice nothing is left out. There's no space we cannot traverse, because we require a reflection to start to divide up reality, including the sense fields. So if we don't buy the reflections, we'll find there's no way to miss anything here. The access is infinite. The access is seamless. And any little bit of holding will be illuminated simply. And that illumination will ultimately unmap the body sense from the narratives, the agendas, and ultimately the sense of identity, the false identity. This unmapping can take some time, but it's a very natural process. It doesn't require seeking. It doesn't require a seeker. It doesn't require identity. It happens naturally. And then we go off the map completely. I can't tell you what that's like, because it's not like any specific way. It's not like any specific experience. And yet, it can accommodate any experience, because experiences themselves are momentary reflections, nothing more. So, find your way back to what is not reflected. Find your way back to what is not a narrative, or an agenda, or a belief, and reside there. The unbinding process is already happening. Just know that and stay there. Don't try to control the process. Don't try to understand the process. And it will just unfold naturally.